Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back to the science class. Our lesson name is Changes Around Us. Students, you know already, changes are classified as 5 types: slow and fast changes, reversible and irreversible changes, physical and chemical changes, desirable and undesirable changes, natural and man-made changes. In the previous classes, we have learnt slow and fast changes, reversible and irreversible changes. In this class, we are going to discuss about physical and chemical changes. First, we move on physical change. Physical changes are the temporary changes. So, physical changes are the temporary changes in which there is change in the physical appearance or physical state of the substance, but not in its chemical composition. Here, no new substance is formed. So, in a physical change, no new substance is formed, and this change is a temporary change. Let us see some examples for physical changes. First example is melting of ice. We know ice cube is a solid form of water. When we melt that ice cube, it changed into liquid water. So, a solid changed into liquid. So, the physical state. What are the physical state? Solid, liquid and gas. Here the solid state of ice cube changed into liquid water. So solid changed into liquid. So physical state of the substance changed. So this change, melting of ice, is an example for physical change. Second, scrambled papers. Here the physical appearance only changed. So this is also the example for physical change. See here, alas papers only, but the appearance only changed. So scrambled paper is the example for physical change. See this example, a sheet of paper. When we cut that sheet of paper, it changed into pieces of paper. The starting material is paper, and here also small pieces of paper only. So here paper and the end product also paper. So there is no new substances formed. First we are taking paper, finally we are getting paper only. So there is no new substances formed. Physical appearance only changed. Here the sheet of paper bigger in size, here pieces of paper is smaller in size. Next, piece of sticks. When we take a longer wood piece, we can cut into smaller pieces. The physical appearance only change. So, this also the example for a physical change. So, in a physical change, there is no new substances formed, and physical change is a temporary change. Okay, students, next we move on chemical change. Chemical change is a permanent change. So, we know physical change is a temporary change, but chemical change is a permanent change. And we know physical change, there is no new substances formed, but in a chemical change, new substance are formed. So, chemical change is called as irreversible change, but a physical change is a reversible change. So, what is the difference between physical change and chemical change? In a physical change, no new substances formed, but in a chemical change, new substances formed. And physical change is a temporary change, but chemical change is a permanent change. Let us see some examples for chemical changes. First, burning of wood. What is the starting material in this process? Is wood. But after this burning of wood, we get ash. Ash is the end product. So what is the end product? Ash. So starting material is wood, but final material is ash. So new substance is formed. Wood can be changed into ash. So here new substance is formed, and this is a permanent change. We cannot produce wood from the ash. So this is an example for chemical change. Another example, burning of paper. Like wood, if we burn the paper also, we get ash. We cannot get the paper from the ash again. So this is a permanent change. And new substance is formed. Starting material is paper. Final material ash. So this is also the example for chemical change. And next example, rusting of iron. What is the new substance formed in this? That reddish brown color, hydrated ferric oxide. So here new substance is formed, and this is a permanent change. So this is called chemical change. And next, idli batter changed into idli. By the process, fermentation has been taking place in the idli batter. So only we can get a soft idli. So fermentation is a chemical process. So this change is also called chemical change. Okay students, so I hope you understood about physical change and chemical change. Let us discuss the difference between physical change and chemical change. Physical change are mostly reversible, but chemical changes are not reversible. In physical change, no new substance is formed, but in a chemical change, one or more new substances is formed. Physical change, the substance retain its chemical properties because there is no change in their chemical properties. But in a chemical change, the new substance formed have different properties from the original substance. So these are the differences between physical change and chemical change. And students, let us see the example. Cutting the wood. When we cut the wood, the bigger wood turns into smaller wood pieces. So this is an example for physical change because the starting material is wood. After we are getting small pieces of wood only. So this is a physical change. But when we burning that wood, finally we get ashes only. So totally different from the wood. So we are getting the new product from the wood. So this change is a chemical change. So cutting wood is an example for physical change. Burning of wood is an example for chemical change. See, here are some examples for physical or chemical change. First, lighting a match is the example for chemical change because new substance is formed. That ash is formed in the match stick. The black color ash is formed. Okay. So this is a chemical change and it is permanent change. Next, melting chocolate is a physical change because that is a temporary change. Next, freezing water to make ice is a physical change. This also a reversible change. That is a temporary change only. Next, frying an egg is a chemical change. It is a permanent change. Next, mixing paint to make a new color is a chemical change. Once we mix all the colors, we cannot get the individual colors again. So this is an example for chemical change. So lighting a match, chemical change. Melting chocolate, physical change. Freezing water to make ice, physical change. Frying an egg is a chemical change. mixing paint to make a new color is a chemical change. Okay students, I hope you understood about physical change and chemical change. Thank you students.